This video is going to be information for you to get started on the SMART goal. The first thing you should do is read the learning goals and success criteria for this assignment. The student will understand the acronym SMART, what the letters stand for, and then create a personal SMART goal. Your checklist is going to be to complete the SMART goal lesson and then to submit the SMART goal worksheet. Checklist item 1. Today you will begin by reviewing what a SMART goal is. Remember, SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. When we're creating goals for fitness walking, it's important that this goal is based on physical activity. So as you read what each letter stands for, think about how that interacts with your physical activity, your daily activity, your weekly activity. So when setting a goal, you want it to be specific. So who's doing it? What are you doing? Where are you doing it? When are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And which constraints, requirements may you have or not have. Measurable, so you want this to be something that you're able to track. So can you track your progress, and how can you track it, and how will you know when you reach your goal? How much, how many, and then how are you going to know how close you are to that goal? Attainable. Attainable is how are you going to do it, and is it attainable for you? So this is also setting a goal that's reasonable and not too hard and not too easy. A physical activity example for this would be your goal is to run 20 miles. If you struggle to run 1 mile, then it's probably not attainable to set a goal to run 20 miles. If you can easily run 1 mile, then maybe it's attainable to set a goal to 5 miles or 4 miles. You want it to be short term and something that you can reach. Reward yourself, and then that doesn't mean that you've hit the ceiling and you're done, but you can set the next goal to even be higher. If you set a goal too high, you might get frustrated when you're not meeting that goal quick enough. If you set your goal lower and it's attainable and you know it's not out of reach, once you get there, you can reward yourself, and then you can set another goal that's even higher. This is a big issue a lot of times with losing weight goals. I know a lot of students will use that as their goal, which is fine. But even with adults or any person, if you say, I want to lose 50 pounds, the amount of time it should take you in a healthy way to lose that 50 pounds, it will start to get frustrating that you haven't met that goal yet. So instead you want to say, I want to lose 5 pounds. And then once you hit that goal, you can set the next goal and you're done. You've rewarded yourself. You feel excited that you've reached the goal and you move on. So attainable here is really important because you want it to be something that's not way too easy, but also something that's not way too out of reach. Relevant. Is this relevant to you? Why is this important for you to do? Everybody's goals are going to be different, and you want yours set for you. Timely. So timely for this SMART goal is we want this to be short term. It says your objective should include a time limit. I will complete this step by month, day, year. Let's keep this short. During fitness walking, just a few weeks. Maybe by the beginning of October or the end of October. Maybe at the end of the term. Maybe you want to make it a little bit longer, give yourself some time, and you want to go until the end of the semester or the end of term 2. But no longer than a few weeks or a few months should this goal be. Again, if you set your goal for way too long, you may forget about it. You may have a difficult time continuing the steps until that time. But if you set a short-term goal, once you meet it, you reward yourself. You have not hit the ceiling. You can create another goal and go from there. All right. If you're still unsure of the SMART goal and you would like somebody else to help explain it to you, this is a great video of this guy He'll do the whole marker trick as he talks about what a SMART goal is. It's just a really good extra resource for you to watch. Okay, now the second checklist item. This is creating your goal. Please read all of the directions. It says here at the bottom, when you create your goal, keep the following points in mind. The goal must relate to this class, fitness walking. It says your goal must be 9 weeks long. I'm going to say that it doesn't have to be 9 weeks. At this point, we have about 6 weeks left of class. If you want to make it 6, if you want to make it 4 weeks, that's also fine. But between 4 to 9 to 10 to 12 weeks should be your goal. You have to log 105 minutes a week for your activity log. So just keep that in mind when creating your goal. That would be working out at least 3 times a week for 35 minutes. So this comes to like the attainable, relevant goal. Maybe you set your goal as you want to work out for 5 minutes a day, every day. That's great. And maybe that's a good goal for you, but you are also then a very long ways from meeting your activity minutes for this class. So just keep that in mind. And then not all goals are going to be the same. So keep you in mind. What things do you enjoy? What resources do you have? All right, so here's where you will find the worksheet. I'm going to open up an example I've already created here. At the top, make sure you actually type your goal out. And this, you want it to be specific. So put the information inside the goal. For this example, I have put, I want to run 6 miles at a time, all at one time, by October 1st. Now, the next boxes are going to ask you to think about your goal and write out why why it meets the standards of being a SMART goal. The first thing is if you read this and it says, is your goal specific? And you say no, then you need to go back and make your goal specific. This is you checking your goal to make sure it's an actual SMART goal. So is my goal specific? Yes. Why is it specific? Because I have the exact number of miles I want to run and a date to complete it by. Sometimes you might even have more specific items in there, especially if you're talking about, if it's like weightlifting and maybe it's specific to bench press. You might have just like extra, like how much you're going to work out to reach your goal, what your goal is. Maybe it's like to bench 150 pounds, whatever it is. This could look different. Okay, measurable. Is my goal that I typed up here measurable? If so, how do you plan on measuring it? If I say no, I can't measure that, then I need to change my goal. I need to make it more specific to something I can measure. But in this case, yes, I will measure my goal in 2 ways. During my run, I will know how far I have gone and the time it took for each mile by using my Fitbit and my Fitbit app. I will also use my Fitbit app to track my runs for the week. So I have a running total of how far I've gone and what I still need to do to reach my goal. I'm measuring. Attainable. Based on your fitness assessment data, is your goal attainable and why? I put yes. I was able to do the 1 mile run for the cardiovascular fitness testing fairly easy. I run a lot and I can currently run 4 miles. So I want to push myself this month to add 2 more miles to my run. That is not way too difficult. That's not going to be so difficult for me that I will not have any chance to make it, but it's also not going to be easy. So I'm going to push myself and I'm going to work as hard as I can to add 2 more miles to my run. Is my goal relevant? Yes. My goal is relevant to me because I enjoy running. I believe it is important to keep a healthy heart. And I also enjoy challenging myself and continuing to set high goals because it makes me happy. So it's very relevant to what I want to do. Everybody's goals will be different and everybody's reasoning for their goal being relevant will be different. What is your time frame? This should be listed in your goal. So I have at a 6 miles at a time by October 1st. So my time frame, yes, I set a time of October 1st in my goal, so I have 4 weeks to complete it. And then it says, remember, try to achieve it by the end of the term. Once you have completed your SMART goal, you're going to go back and hit your upload a file. And I don't need to show you that part. So you're going to upload a file and submit that assignment. Good luck to all of you on your SMART goals. Make sure after your SMART goal is completed, you make sure it's checked and based on physical activity, because you will be using this goal to create your fit plans next in class.